What fans thought would be just another unforgettable BTS concert quickly turned into something much more emotional, because hidden between the performances, the lights, and the massive crowd, there were quiet moments happening that made the entire ARIRANG World Tour feel deeply personal for Taehyung. Some fans came for the music, others came for the visuals, but by the end of the night, people were talking about something completely different. They were talking about the people who showed up for him when the cameras were not even supposed to be looking. And once fans noticed it, social media exploded with reactions that no one saw coming. The first moment that immediately caught everyone's attention happened before many people even realized what they were seeing. Sitting together in the audience was Taehyung's closest inner circle, the famous Wooga Squad, and they were impossible to miss. Fans noticed them wearing coordinated blue jackets, waving their light sticks, smiling proudly, and cheering louder than almost anyone else in the venue. It was not just the fact that they came. It was the way they came. They did not look like celebrity friends making a brief appearance for attention. They looked like family showing up for someone they genuinely love. For longtime fans, that single moment hit hard because these are the same people who have quietly stayed by Taehyung's side since his early acting days. Through every career change, every global success, and every difficult period, they have remained there. And seeing them support him publicly in such a visible way made many fans emotional for a reason that went far beyond the concert itself. What made that moment even more powerful was the reaction online afterward. Fans began posting that this was not simply friendship anymore. Many said the bond looked deeper than what most people ever get to see in the entertainment industry. Some even described Wooga as Taehyung's second home, the place where he can still just be Kim Taehyung instead of global superstar V. That idea resonated with thousands of people because viewers could feel the sincerity in those few seconds. There was no performance in their support. No staged energy. Just genuine pride. And that alone already made the night feel different. But then something happened on stage that made the entire moment even more unforgettable. While performing in front of tens of thousands of fans, Taehyung suddenly looked toward the section where Wooga Squad was sitting. For a brief second, his entire expression softened. The powerful stage presence was still there, but fans noticed a different smile, one that looked more personal than performative. It was the kind of smile that happens when someone spots people who have been there long before the fame. Some viewers replayed that exact moment over and over because they believed they had witnessed something very real. He was not just acknowledging celebrity friends in the audience. He was silently thanking people who know the version of him the public rarely sees. And that small glance became one of the most talked about moments of the night because sometimes the quietest moments create the loudest reactions. As clips of that interaction spread, fans began discussing just how rare that kind of loyalty has become. In an industry where relationships often feel temporary, Taehyung's connection with his closest friends has remained incredibly steady. That is one reason so many people feel protective of him. Fans have watched him give pieces of himself to the world for years, so seeing someone pour support back into him felt meaningful. It felt deserved. But as emotional as that stage moment was, what happened after the concert touched people even more. After the show ended and the noise of the stadium started to fade, fans nearby noticed Taehyung finally reuniting with his friends in person. One interaction especially stood out. Park Hyung-sik was seen embracing Taehyung in a way that instantly made people emotional. It was not a quick celebrity greeting. It was warm, genuine, and full of comfort. The kind of hug that says more than words ever could. People watching said the moment felt deeply sincere because Taehyung looked completely relaxed. For a brief second, he was not standing there as an international icon. He looked like someone simply being welcomed by the people who know him best. That image spread quickly online, and many fans admitted that one hug said more than any public speech ever could. One fan who claimed to be nearby shared that seeing Taehyung in that private setting felt surreal because he looked softer than he ever does under stage lights. They said the atmosphere around the group felt calm, almost protective, as if everyone instinctively created a safe space around him after such a huge performance. Whether every online story was accurate or not, one thing became clear. People were not just reacting to the concert anymore. They were reacting to the emotion behind it. And while fans were still processing that touching reunion, another unexpected detail inside the crowd started drawing attention for a completely different reason. Among the celebrities spotted enjoying the concert were Chiquita and Ahayan, and fans quickly noticed how genuinely excited they looked. Instead of sitting quietly, they were seen smiling, dancing, and singing along like real fans. That instantly became a talking point because it reminded everyone just how powerful BTS's influence still is. Even newer idols who are now building their own careers still light up when they get the chance to watch BTS live. For many ARMYs, that moment was unexpectedly emotional because it showed the next generation experiencing the same admiration that fans have felt for years. It was not just a concert anymore. It felt like a reminder of the legacy BTS continues to build in real time. Some fans said seeing younger artists openly enjoy the show made them realize how rare BTS's impact really is. Their music has moved far beyond charts and records. It has become something that inspires people inside the industry itself. And while that was already enough to make the night memorable, another sight inside the venue left fans even more emotional than they expected. At one point, fans noticed several BTS family members gathered together, including mothers of the members supporting from the audience. For many viewers, that was one of the most heartwarming details of the entire night. Behind all the global fame, sold-out stadiums, and worldwide recognition, there was still something deeply human happening. Parents were sitting in the crowd watching their sons live out dreams that once probably felt impossible. Fans said that seeing their families together reminded them that BTS has never truly been just 7 individuals. It has always been a much bigger story involving the people who stood behind them from the beginning. That realization made the night feel even more personal. But just when emotions were running high, the mood suddenly shifted in the most BTS way possible. In the middle of all the touching moments, Jungkook unexpectedly brought back classic chaotic energy when he playfully smacked Suga on stage. The crowd immediately erupted because it felt like old BTS all over again. Fans who have followed them for years instantly recognized that playful dynamic that made people fall in love with their brotherhood in the first place. It was spontaneous, ridiculous, and somehow incredibly comforting at the same time. For a lot of fans, that single playful moment felt like a reminder that no matter how massive BTS becomes, the members still know how to be themselves around each other. That moment spread rapidly online because it reminded people of the chaotic energy that newer fans rarely get to witness in the same way. Some called it nostalgic. Others called it healing. But almost everyone agreed on one thing. Moments like that are impossible to fake. The chemistry between the members has always been one of BTS's strongest foundations, and even after all these years, it still feels natural. And if fans thought that was enough to talk about, they soon noticed something else that revealed just how much affection still exists inside the group. Throughout the night, multiple members were seen quietly helping Taehyung on stage. Small adjustments to his microphone, fixing part of his outfit, checking on him between moments. Individually, these actions seemed tiny, but together, they told a much bigger story. Fans quickly pointed out that Taehyung still gets treated like the cherished baby of the group, even now. What made this so touching was how automatic it looked. No hesitation. No performance. Just instinctive care. Those tiny gestures made many viewers emotional because they revealed something words often cannot. The bond between them still runs deeper than what cameras usually capture. Fans began sharing screenshots of those moments, calling attention to how each member seemed to naturally watch over him in different ways. It was subtle, but impossible to ignore once people noticed. For many ARMYs, that became one of the sweetest parts of the night because it showed that even in front of thousands of people, their connection remains deeply personal. And then, as if the night had not already given fans enough to talk about, one final detail pushed Taehyung back into the center of everyone's attention. Near the end of the concert, fans became obsessed with Taehyung's visuals once again, specifically the striking gray contact lenses he wore under the purple stage lights. The effect was unreal. His eyes looked sharper, deeper, and almost cinematic in certain clips. Social media quickly filled with close-up screenshots as fans tried to capture the exact moment. The lighting made his entire look seem almost unreal. Some said he looked ethereal. Others said he looked dangerous. And many admitted they could not focus on anything else once they noticed it. It was such a small styling choice, yet it completely changed the mood of his appearance. And somehow, that tiny detail became one of the most replayed visual moments from the entire tour stop. What made this night stand out was not just the performance itself. It was the contrast of everything happening around it. The loyalty of old friends. The pride of family. The chaos of brotherhood. The admiration from younger idols. And the quiet details that made Taehyung feel more human than ever. Fans expected an unforgettable concert, but many left feeling like they had witnessed something much more intimate than a performance. They saw pieces of a life behind the spotlight that rarely become visible. And sometimes those are the moments that stay with people the longest. Because in the end, the loudest part of the night was not the music. It was the love surrounding him from every direction.